Hey, how's it going? In today's video, I'm gonna share with you the steps, I believe there are 5, to BRRRR multifamily. So I'm JP, Juan Pablo from Multifamily done for you. Let's jump into it. Founder and CEO, by the way. Let's jump into it. So we're gonna talk about multifamily and doing the BRRRR, right? Most people think of multifamily, they automatically think of buying that property in a way that's turnkey. Tenants already in there, fully occupied, a safe play. That's called a yield play, a property that's already doing cash flow. However, there's another model you can implement with multifamily, which is the BRRRR, right? And the BRRRR is buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. So I'm gonna go over those, each letter shortly, short and sweet. Let's talk about the first one, buy. So when we like to do multifamily purchases using the BRRRR strategy, we wanna make sure that our all-in costs to acquire the property, to rehab the property, closing costs, all in, to be 65 to 70% of what the property will be worth once it's fixed up and pretty with the value added. That's called after repair value. So 65 to 70% all in, okay? And once we buy it, we then go into the next letter, which is the rehab. We want to make sure that we do all the repairs necessary. Everything from the roof to the crawl space gets repaired, but not just to make it livable, right? But also to add value so that way we can increase the income that we receive. Now, value could be making improvements. It can also include adding additional square footage, bedrooms, baths, increasing rent or income like coin laundry, for example, and reducing their costs. So we want to be focused on how we can improve the value to the point it increases the net income that we receive. So that's what we do with the renovations, right? And then once we do that, the next thing we want to do is the next R, which is rent it out, right? Because this is a cash flow play. So after it's fixed up and pretty, we want to put the tenants who can pay us the best rents, who can pretty much be not necessarily easy, but ensure that there'll be good tenants paying us the rent on time. And we want to get the max rent that we can receive and the guaranteed rent as well, okay? So after we rent it out, we then go to our lender and say, hey, we bought this distressed asset, we've made improvements, we got it fully occupied, it's leased out, the value should be X amount, that's the after repair value. We want to be able to pull out that equity. And most lenders will allow us to pull out 80% of the after repair value, okay? So just to give you some numbers, if we bought a property all in, the purchase price, the repairs, closing costs, etc., $70,000. After we add a bedroom or a bath, square footage, what have you, we see that the after repair value should be $100,000. So when we go to our lender after it's rented out, and by the way, if the current rent, let's say, is $700, after we add that value, we're expecting the rent to be increased by $300 to $1,000. So it can positively impact our cash flow, because when we do the refinance, pull the cash out, we're increasing our mortgage, but that's okay if we have that model of increasing our rents by $300 per door based upon the renovation that we did, okay? So let's go back. All in $70,000, after repair value $100,000. The lender will allow us to pull 80% of that out. So that means we can pull out $10,000 in that scenario, not including holding costs or closing costs. Now, ideally, we're going to get to a cash flow, 100% cash recycle, meaning we want to make sure that we're able to pull out 80 to 100% of the money that we put in. That's part of our buy box as well, but that's a separate story. I have a separate video on that as well. All right, so that goes to the buy, renovate or rehab, rent, refinance, and then repeat, right? So once we pull that money out, we just don't want to use that to go on vacation, buy something nice, increase our cost of living. We want to deploy that capital into the next deal number 2. All right, so that's the BRRRR strategy in a nutshell. Now, if you're interested in doing BRRRR multifamily, all you have to do is just check the link below in this description, schedule a discovery call. We'll see if we're a good fit for you, you're good for us, and we'll help you achieve your goals of getting into multifamily properties. But hey, you don't have to do anything I say in this video. All it requires this, you just keep coming back, watch your other videos or other content. You can check the card on this video about other videos we have. Become an informed consumer, but make sure you take action. As always, guys, to your success, continue to earn passively, passionately. Peace.